Hi, my thieves! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Alright, so I know that you guys know, but I'm also going to reiterate. My YouTube channel revolves around the books that I read, the relationships that make me come alive, and my lifestyle. And on this episode, I'm going to be treating a topic that is very dear to my heart. You know, it hits home for me because it's something that has helped me, that has worked for me, and I know will go a long way to help thousands of people that will watch this and be armed with this information. So today I'm going to be talking about workplace friendships. And on this episode, I have with me somebody that is very, very special.
Yeah.
Right? So she is my friend, my dearest friend, and my beloved colleague. Fatimath, please introduce yourself to me.
Hi guys, first of all, thank you very much for this global opportunity,
Yes.
global platform. My name is Fatimath. I work in Decagon as a senior program associate. My role is majorly to coordinate activities around recruiting high potential software engineers into our program. A little bit about my background. I have an MSc with distinction in international business and human resource management from the Montfort University, Leicester.
Fantastic. Every time I look at Fatimath, I'm just inspired to do more, be more, and shine.
Yes, girl, because I'm the sun.
I'll be asking Fatimath a bunch of questions, right, that will inform our knowledge about workplace friendships. But first of all, I'd like to ask you guys a question, right? Food for thought. Are you friendly with the people you work with, or are you friends with them? Now, when it comes to having workplace friendships or building workplace friendships, you're not expected to be friends with everybody, right? Most of the benefits of workplace friendships come with having just one or two confidants that just boost your performance and make you happier while doing your job, right? And workplace friendships have proven to work, right? According to a LinkedIn research, right, it showed that 46% of professionals all over the world attested to the fact that workplace friendships improve overall happiness. In other words, building bonds with people make us feel connected, and in return, it impacts on performance and engagement. Guys, with this background, understand that this is not a joke. It's something that has worked for me and Fatima, and I know we work for thousands of professionals out there. All right, so first question, are you ready?
Yes, always.
How did you get to be friends with me? How did we become friends?
So I remember that I met Omomi while I was working on a particular assessment. So she just walked into the corridor and she was like, "Hi, Fatimath," and I'm like, who is this person? She was so sunny, she was so bright, so friendly, and then she gave me a hug and I'm like, definitely, who is this person? But she had nice vibes and you could tell that she was just like, she had a good spirit, right? So that was my initial impression of her. And then there was one time I needed to stay in the office apartment for a couple of days, and obviously I picked her because
you picked me.
And then we stayed together. So for me, it was more of us becoming friends than actually working together first. So yeah.
So we clicked at first sight.
Love at first sight.
All right.
On her part though.
So Fatimath, would you like to tell them what you call me?
So I call her Omomi Kazim for some weird reason. I'm literally the only one in Decagon that calls her that. I also call her Smolly, and I call her Rat because she's so tiny. Like she's a pin-sized human.
It's you. All right, fantastic. Now, let's move on to more serious talks.
Yes.
Right. I hope we're able to keep up the seriousness. So, Fatima, what do you think is the benefit of workplace friendships?
One, that you have someone that's rooting for you, genuinely rooting for you. 2, you have someone that can share your wins with you. 3, you have someone that can speak on your behalf in rooms that you're not present in. And 4.
Yeah, 4.
4, you have
like, what does it do for you?
It helps me become more productive, right? Because there's some days when you're feeling really low, and you just need someone that can give you a boost. A moment is all the boost that a person needs.
All right, fantastic. All right, so because we know that the workplace is transactional by nature, and many people believe that the workplace is primarily a pursuit of instrumental goals. Social connection and work are two opposing values. Right? So some people find it hard to build or nurture workplace friendships. Right? So why do you think many people are opposed to this idea?
Because the workplace is naturally competitive. Everyone is trying to get a raise. Everyone is trying to get a promotion. So you're not really sure who has your back or who wants to, who is rooting for you, right? So even though they may say that they're rooting for you, it might just be a way to get information that you have, or it might just be a way to get inside your head or something, and then just make you feel bad about different things and affect your productivity. So, yes, that's my response to that question.
All right, so. In my opinion, I know that workplace friendships are very, very beneficial. It has worked for me. It continues to work for me. But I also know that there's a downside, right? And I think that this presents itself in form of emotional exhaustion. So because we're human beings, and of course we demonstrate some human tendencies, we're bound to be envious of people that we're most close with. Right. So how do you think that we have been able to overcome that? And how do you think that we have been able to maintain our friendships?
Okay. So for me, I think is understanding that we are friends first. And even though there are some things that happen to her that's really good for her career, and then I'm hoping that it happens to me, I'm just like, okay, she's your friend first. You still need to support her. You need to give her all the positivity possible. So yeah, that's how I feel that I've been able to manage that. Understanding that you're my friend first and I need to root for you despite anything else that I might want for myself, and just being supportive.
All right, yeah. So now the second part of the question, how do you think we've been able to maintain our friendship? Practical ways we're able to build. Because like every other kind of relationship, every relationship needs work. You cannot sit and fold your arms and say, our love will sustain us. You have to work to keep it great. So how do you think we've been able to work to maintain this friendship that we have?
So thankfully we work in the same department. We need to organize the same kind of the same events. We need to be present at the same event. So one thing that we do unconsciously is we dress up alike. We sit together at this event. We share the food at this event. So that's another way that we bond. Yes, we share the food at this event. So we are in charge of all the food. We are the sharers of the food. So we have the power. And we go out as well. So after work, we go out for drinks. We celebrate ourselves. We just order pizza for no good reason. Yeah, so yeah, that's it.
Fantastic. Right. This question, I think this is like my final question, right? So Fatima, how do you think we've been able to? How do you think that professionals, and even for us, how do you think that people can separate work and friendships? Let's say, for example, I work in the HR department, right? And I'm privileged to know people that are soon to be fired. Right? I have all this kind of information, right? And then Fatimath works in a program department like she's working right now, and then I know our line manager has the intention of saying goodbye to her, laying her off, right? How do you think that I can be professional? How do I strike a balance, be your friend, and be professional at the same time? How do I separate both?
So just to be practical, knowing that we're friends first, like genuine friends, I feel that it would be very helpful if you just tell me that, okay, something is happening, it doesn't look good, there are going to be changes to the company and it might affect your position. Giving me that kind of heads up I would really appreciate that, because at the end of the day, this kind of thing, this kind of information goes round. So if I hear that Omomi had this information and she didn't even give me a heads up, that would actually affect my friendship with her, even after I've left Decagon or left the company, right? So it's just important that if you have information that might help someone, help your friend, you can just give them a heads up. You don't need to like give them all the information. You can actually be vague about something, but let them have an idea of what is happening. I think that's the best thing that you can do for your workplace friend. Just let them have an idea of what is happening, good or bad.
Okay. Do you think it's easy though to separate work and friendship? How have you been able to do that?
I think that recognizing that work is work and friendship is friendship, so we don't just chat when we need to, when we actually have work, right? And just having boundaries. So if we're supposed to be in meetings, we join the meetings. Even in meetings that I need to organize or she needs to organize, I show up on time. we're not sluggish with each other's task and stuff like that, because it's still work, right? One of us can get fired for slacking. So recognizing that it's still work, I think that's what.
And I think one thing, okay, I'm going to say that at the end. However, I want to say that based on my experience, right, and the thousands of research that I have done based on workplace friendship.
Thousands, by the way, thousands.
A lot, I promise you guys. I'm not just giving you dead information. Right, we need friends, right, and the evidence is so apparent, especially in our lives. You know, our friendship has helped me cope with work and time pressure, right? It has helped prevent work and burnout, and in a way it has sort of like struck a balance between work and family. I promise you guys. So the benefits are endless. And like I said earlier, you don't need to make friends with everybody. Just having one or two confidants, in my case, Fatimath and Shaw and Kerry, right? Just having one or two confidants makes the experience worthwhile.
Definitely.
So last question, I promise. So Fatimath, what would you say makes our friendship stand out? What is the highlight for you?
The highlight for me is she motivates me. She actually gives me really good advice for how small she is. But she actually gives me good advice. She's really smart, right? She's knowledgeable.
Hate you.
She's knowledgeable about a lot of things, and she roots for me, right? When something good happens, when I have a big win, she's like, yes, Bawa, we did it, stuff like that. So for me, that's been the highlight of our friendship, and the fact that we're able to share career advice, we're able to even share personal advice with each other, because in our personal lives, relationship life is a mess, but she gets me through that. So yeah, that's one thing I appreciate about her.
So for me, one thing that really stands about friendship, one thing that really makes me happy about friendship is Fatima's level of intelligence. You know, every time that I'm stuck or I just need English, I just need somebody to help me, you know, solve a problem. She's my go-to person. I like that she's able to think faster and ahead, you know, and her ability to just solve problems quickly motivate me to do better, to learn and grow. So I love that she's such great inspiration for me. Yeah. All right, guys. So
I'm so touched by that, really. Thank you. I haven't said that to my face. So thank you.
All right, Fatima. So, do you have any final words on workplace friendships for our viewers?
One thing I just want to end with is that workplaces, the actual work environment, determines the friendships that you're able to build. So some work places are breeding grounds for good friendships. Mm-hmm. But if you find one person that's really in your corner, try your best to encourage them, try your best to support them, and try your best to do everything possible that would not let you disappoint that person. Because along with dealing with the pressure of work, it's bad enough that you have someone that you thought was close to you that would actually hurt your feelings. So
fantastic. What I'm just going to say is just in one sentence, right? So it is the friends that we meet along the way that help us appreciate the journey, right? And it's, for me, it's just about the process, right?
Yeah.
So if you see that person, that one person, or those two people that make you much more happier, because life is short, right? That make your work life much more enjoyable. I think that's important that you're intentional about your friendship and your relationship with them.
And you pour into them as much as they pour into you.
Fantastic. Love it. MSc. Yes. Fatimath, any words on subscribing?
Yes, please, guys. Do this for us. Do this for her.
Yeah.
Share this video with as many people as you can. Subscribe. Don't just watch. Subscribe.
Yes, like, share your comments. It really go a long way for me.
Yes, give her tips on what she can do better.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for watching, guys. To your growth,
to your career success,
and everything in between. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Bye, guys.